Today in this episode of Psychopaths, we're gonna talk about, psychopaths.
Psychopaths. Guys that need to be treated by a psychologist or something like that.
Thanks for making such an ignorant affirmation. Actually, in this episode, yes, we're talking about psychopaths, but we are also gonna talk about some myths and deny them.
So people we name psychopaths are actually treated in the area of psychiatry, and they are classified as mental illnesses.
Okay, so to understand clearly, there's difference between psychiatry and psychology. I'm gonna read you a little definition. Psychiatry is named as a branch of medical science whose subject of study is mental illness, and psychology is responsible for studying normal psychological development.
Wow, you sounded kind of intelligent actually.
Well, thanks. But this is not a quote of mine. It's a quote from Henry A. He was a psychologist that studied the relationship between body and mind.
So, these conditions aren't like invented? Because I have heard that the amygdala or something like that is a little bit smaller and that there are some differences in the brain, but I don't know if this is real or it's just a TikTok myth.
Well, these aren't just like myths. Actually, there are a couple of studies that show that there's a significant difference in the brain of psychopaths. Some parts of the brain are smaller, like the basal ganglia, thalamus, cerebellum, and brainstem. These areas normally help us to move, process what we feel and see, and control our behavior. Because of these changes, their brain has a harder time stopping impulses, dealing with emotions, and connecting with other people.
So, in other words, because of these weak connections, for them it is harder like to feel emotions, feel empathy, and even control like themselves.
Exactly. This proves that psychopaths aren't just like crazy people. They are in fact mental ill and have scientific evidence supporting it.
And well, does all psychopaths need to be serial killers?
Well, that's something we're gonna discuss on the next episode, so keep us tuned.